oils for over 5.5 years, and I really got started because my daughter was born early and my son was born with a lot of issues, and I really eczema and allergies, and it just made me really take care of what we were putting on and in our bodies. So Young Living has completely changed how we take care of ourselves, so I love to share that with you. So we're just so glad that you're here today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. All right, and so just for recording purposes, I'm going to mute everyone just so it kind of takes out the background noise. However, if you do have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself. You can ask away, and there's a chat box. You can post over there in the chat. So just before we dive in, I have to say a disclaimer. I am not a medical professional when it comes to these essential oils. I know that you guys, some of you know that I'm a nurse. Victoria's a nurse as well, but we're not a medical professional when it comes to these oils. What we're talking about today is for educational purposes only, and we have tons of testimonies and things we can share. We are a community, Victoria and I are part of a community that is great at helping answer questions, and we can guide you to resources for like more specific things as well. But we hope that you enjoy this little bit of education we're going to share. So I think some of you guys are maybe a little newer to essential oils and may not know like a little bit of the history. So we're going to go way back to what they even are. Because when I first started, I didn't even know what essential oils were. I just had someone made me a face wash and was like, oh my gosh, this stuff's amazing. But I didn't know much about them. So essential oils, they're actually, real essential oils, they come from plants, trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, resins, flowers, cold pressed from the fruit rinds. Essential oils, they're greaseless, not like our oils in our kitchen. There's two types of oils on this earth. There's the fatty oils like your olive oil, coconut oil, and then you have your essential oils, and they act the same way in our body as they do in nature. They are the plant's natural defense and protective mechanism, so it's kind of cool that they help us in that way too. There are about 300 different essential oils on this earth, but you really only need about 10 to 15 to build a solid kit for you and your family, and you don't need to be, someone super experienced to use them, or an aromatherapist or anything like that. We're going to break it down like the 3 simple basic ways that you can use them. Here's one important thing we want to share, and all the information we'll be sharing tonight is we're talking just about Young Living essential oils, and that is because not all oils are created equal. Many store-bought oils have been produced with pesticides or extracted using chemicals to get more yield. That's if they're even coming from a farm. Okay, in just a minute. You need to go back in there, please. Thank you. And that's even if they're from a field. That they could be lab produced. A lot of your store-bought oils are not even that pure of even being made in a lab. Made in a field. Some are lab made. So it's very important that your farmer. Young Living is the oldest. We've been around 26 years, I think, this year. Most trusted company in the world. We have what we call a seed to seal, and that means that what is labeled on that bottle is exactly what's in that bottle. So we don't have any pesticides, chemicals, or anything like that. What you see is what you're going to get. I've been to 2 of the Young Living farms, and I will tell you the transparency of this company is something that is unmatchable. We literally are able to go to the fields, take part in the entire process. We get to go to the distillery and see everything that goes on there, and there's not another company that does that. So that speaks volume to me that we are allowed to do that, and that's why it's so important that you know your essential oils and all that good stuff. Another little interesting fact real quick, in the United States, the FDA says that essential oil company can put 5% essential oil in the bottle and label it pure and therapeutic. So again, we really need to make sure we are using pure therapeutic essential oils if we want to see health benefits. So I'm going to switch it over to Victoria. She's going to share how the 3 ways that we can use these Young Living oils.
All right, thanks. I'm just so glad that I chose Young Living and grateful. And I thought about it the other day when we were doing another class, and our friend Lauren said, we've all done it. We've used different essential oils, and I had to remember back. Like I did. There weren't near as many options as there are now. But there was another one, and I never used them on myself or diffused them. I just, when I was making cleaning products, I had used those kind of oils that you could just grab at the store. That's even available at some of our like whole health food stores. So that just goes to show. And the difference, I'm still, it just was funny that I was taken back to that, because it was over 5.5 years ago. And I said there was a complete and total difference in the types of oils. So I'm just so grateful that all those years ago I chose Young Living. So the 3 ways that you can use essential oils, and it's funny because you'll get to where you're comfortable if you're not using oils yet, moving back and forth between these different ways, and you'll get more intuitive about how much oil that you need. But the 3 main ways are topically, aromatically, and internally. And when you use it topically, essential oils are absorbed by the skin, and your skin is the largest organ of your body. So this makes it a really fantastic way to use the oils. In fact, the bottom of your feet has over 2,000 pores. That's where we use them still all the time, but that is where I really began to use them, especially on my kids because they were smaller. And it was just so much easier. I could roll it onto their feet, put socks on, and go. I didn't have to worry about it, them touching them and kind of accidentally rubbing them in their eyes or anything like that. So we love using them there. And it's just because your skin is your largest organ, it absorbs the oil very rapidly, and it makes it very quickly into your bloodstream. So especially if you don't like the smell of an oil, but you need it, it's an oil that can really be helpful for you, then you can put it on the bottom of your feet. And in fact, that's a kind of a longtime oilers tip is sometimes if you are like really feeling resistant to an oil, a lot of times that means that it's something that you actually really need. And so we always suggest for about 5 to 7 days, you use it on the bottom of your feet, put the socks on where you can't smell it. And 2 things will happen. You'll see the benefit of that oil. And then also a lot of times you love it. It ends up being your favorite oil. As your body gets from it what it needs, then you get used to the smell of that oil and you end up really loving it. So carrier oils, you can use those when you're applying essential oils to the skin. I want to make the point that diluting them in a carrier oil does not diminish the effectiveness of the essential oils. The essential oils are very concentrated, and the carrier oil just helps to carry it into the skin, and it can also help spread it over a larger area that you only need a small amount of the essential oil, but you need it over a larger area. And then also it can help to sort of gently, slowly release it into your skin. So we really like so it actually helps the skin absorb the oils better. We like to use oil, like carrier oils with our children, okay? So if you're unsure, their skin is more permeable, they're smaller, right? So their skin will absorb the oils a lot more quickly. So that's why we really like to make sure that we're using a carrier oil with them. And you only need a small amount with kiddos too. So always, you can make sure you're using a carrier oil with them. I know now what my kids can do, and they're getting older, and I know what they can handle and how much they need. So I don't have to use it very often on them. We do have hotter oils, so they can feel like they're burning the skin. They can make it red and irritated, like peppermint, cinnamon, several different hot oils. And so oil and water don't mix. So you want to use a carrier oil with those hotter oils. If you did test it out on your skin and it got really hot like that, you wouldn't want to use water to try to get it off. It's just not going to work. So you can take a carrier oil and put it on that area, and it should soothe it right off. If you still had problems, just get soap and water to try to get that oil off. But usually most people are fine once they put that carrier oil on. And carrier oils, let's say the difference between carrier oils and essential oils. Carrier oils are nutty or fatty oils like your coconut oil, your avocado oil that you have in your kitchen, and they could go bad, right? They can go rancid because they have that fat in it, but essential oils don't do that. They don't have those in there, and so that's why they can last forever. So V6 is our Young Living carrier oil, and we love it. It's a really great one, and it's really okay. You just find what you like. I love sweet almond oil for my skin. It happens to soak into my skin really well. And when you're talking about your face, though, that's where you're going to have to know kind of what carrier oils work for what skin type. Just like you have to know what face lotion works for what skin type, right? That's because you just want to know make sure it's not going to clog your pores, or if you have dry skin, that it's going to provide enough, nourishment and hydration for your skin. So you can use essential oils to make your own DIY beauty products. A lot of times it's as easy as mixing coconut oil with a few drops of essential oil to make a homemade lotion, or like I love to do jojoba oil and a little bit of avocado oil to make a face serum with my oils. It's amazing. So the other way that we can use it is aromatically, is the way that you can use your essential oils. Now, when you're using them topically, you are also using them aromatically, because you can, excuse me, you can smell them. So we know that smelling our essential oils is the fastest way to help affect your mood and your memories. Hang on just a second. My son was looking at me like, "Are you okay, mommy?" I just got a tickle in my throat. It was cute. Scents are actually the fastest way to reach the mood center, and that is through the limbic system of the brain. So that's why essential oils are fantastic for mood support. I'm going to tell you, this is something that blew me away when we got our oils, and I love it. I mean, and my kids were 2 and 4, 3 and 5, 2 and 4 when we started using essential oils. And I just loved how it could help them in that time when they have such big emotions and a really hard time controlling those emotions. It's wonderful. And then moms, right? Then in turn, we have big emotions and we don't know what to do with those emotions. Oh, our essential oils are such a savior, and still for that every day. So I love the fact that when you walk into a room and your brain is actually already registered that you're smelling lavender diffusing, and it's starting to calm down before you actually consciously register, "Oh, that smells really nice. I wonder what that is." That's how quickly that these oils can reach your brain and start to affect your mood. Now, the flip side of this is that most American homes have some kind of synthetic air freshener, like plug-ins or aerosol sprays. These are so bad for you. So, and we've all been there. We've all had them, like, candles, tons of candles. I had plugins in every room, and they carry a lot of synthetic chemicals. They're all synthetic chemicals. And it made me sad the other day that it was advertised that they were using essential oils, these plugins, in a big old bin. It said lavender and essential oils, and you look on the ingredients and they're not. They're what Nicole was talking about. They're created in a lab, and they are synthetic, and they still have a lot of harmful effects on your body. So a lot of them contain formaldehyde, which we know is used to embalm bodies, and a lot of these chemicals in these have been linked to cancer and other health issues. So another way we love to use our oils aromatically is with a diffuser. And so with a premium starter kit, you get your choice of diffuser, and I just wake up in the morning and go around and you fill it with tap water and drop your oils in. It's that easy. And we try to clean them around once a week. I have to make it a weekly thing, or it'll be 2 months and I'll be like, "Oh, let's throw it in my diffuser." So we just have to make it super easy. You just clean it out with a little alcohol swab, or, it's super easy to clean out, or a little thieves spray, and we clean it out that way too. So we love using our oils aromatically. You can also just drop it in your hand and rub it, and just breathe it in deeply over your nose, and then rub them on your shoulders or whatever you need to do. That's another great way to use it. Now, you can also use them, I'm going to say, is it topically? Is it aromatically? I don't know, but you can put it in Epsom salt and put it in your bath, okay? So it's really topically and aromatically, and it is such a great way. Because oil and water don't mix. When I mix, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but when I mix oil in my water, it's a small container. It's not that bad, so it's fine. I don't have to have something to mix it in. But when it's in the bathtub, it's just going to sit there and, in that big old bathtub in a little spot. So we take Epsom salt, mix it in with that, and then it helps disperse throughout the water, and Epsom salt's just really purifying. It's a great way to have a bath. There's so many really awesome oils in our premium starter kit to take a bath. Panaway is a wonderful one, lavender, and frankincense. We have so many good oils that you could use in the bath. Now, the last way is to take the oils internally or through a dietary supplement. So we have a whole line of essential oils, and we'll show this as we go into the class, that are easily marked for internal or dietary use so that you can know. They're called our vitality oils, and they actually have a white label. And say lemon is one that has, we have our lemon vitality oil, and it's got a white label with a little yellow little part where it says lemon. Then we also actually have a lemon that has a yellow label, and you know that you can also use that, you know, aromatically, you can use it topically, but that's the way that Young Living has easily let you know which ones are safe for ingestion. But I'm going to give you a tip. The ones that are in the white, if it's lemon and it's got a white label, or if it's got the yellow label, they're the same oil. It just helps you to know which ones that are safe for internal ingestion. And so you can put it in your water. That's a great way to detoxify. But when you use citrus oils, they actually cleanse out your cells, and they pull out chemicals, harmful chemicals. So if you put them in plastic or styrofoam, those are just pure chemicals, right? So they're going to pull the chemicals out of that plastic bottle that you have or cup. Or if it's styrofoam, it's just going to eat right through it. So you just want to use it in glass or stainless steel. That's with our citrus oils: lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange. We have lots of citrus oils that are really super yummy. But all you have to do is just make sure you're using a glass or stainless steel. So this is my glass water bottle with my stainless steel lid, and it's super yummy. And then it's gently cleansing out your cells all the time from the things that you're exposed to every day. I mean, we have chemicals all around us that we're exposed to every day. So, and you can add them to your tea, you can add them to your coffee. Young Living also carries veggie capsules. You can get these as well from your Whole Food store or get them off Amazon, but they're literally little empty capsules, and I forgot to bring them with me, but they just pop open and you drop oils in them, and if you need to, you can put some carrier oil in them. I love Young Livings. They come in an amazing bottle, and they're super cheap, and they're my favorite. They don't ever leak or break down, so they're my absolute favorite. They work really well, and I've tried several other kinds before. I think I just didn't realize we had any. This was obviously in the very beginning. So you can also take a spoonful of honey. We like to use like local raw honey, unfiltered honey, and take a spoonful and drop it on there. If you know you have kids that won't take pills, or some adults don't like to take pills, so that's a great way to get them in as well. Or drop them on your hot tea bag before you steep your tea, and you can cook with them. Like, we love peppermint or orange brownies. We'll put cinnamon bark oil into our pancake or waffle mix. I mean, there's just a ton of ways that some people make lavender cookies. Like, it's so yummy, and they're really good. That's a great way to have your body ingest the oils and have you see the health benefits of those. And when people do put them in the capsules, a lot of them will put them in the carrier oil and with it, like a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil or whatnot, to help your body absorb it a little better. That can help as well. It kind of evens out that absorption rate as you take it internally. So we also have a lot of oils like oregano and basil and all those herb type oils, and we cook with those in our house all the time. And I'll be like, oh, I don't have that fresh herb and I don't need it for just one recipe, a whole bunch. So I love to take my oils and just cook with them that way as well. So one quick safety tip is that you shouldn't put oils in your eyes or in your ears. Okay, so we use oils all the time to support our ears. So we'll take a cotton ball and drop the oil on it and put it right there, or rub them around the outside of our ear. You just don't want to drop it down into your ear canal. And then if it does get in your eye, just remember, oil and water don't mix, so you can't rinse it out with water. So you want to just take that carrier oil to rinse it out. You can even just, you can use it to kind of flush it out, and it'll draw that oil out. Or you can even take a little bit of carrier oil and put it around the outside, and it will draw that essential oil out. I mean, I've gotten in my eyes a handful of times. You just forget that they're on your fingers and kind of rub your eyes, and I can generally just blink it out. So I've never had too much of a problem. So when I go to use oils on my temples, I have to do it a little bit further back though, because if I do it right here, it'll kind of leach in. I don't know how it gets that way. There's no lines there or anything that kind of helps it track in. I don't know, but it happens. So, and please let me know. If y'all have any questions, just ask real quick, or please ask in the chat. The chat box, you can make sure you hit the chat box and it'll pop up for you. And just let us know. I hope everything is understood. So let us know if you don't understand something or have any questions. And I'll pop it back over to Nicole.
Okay, so That was great, Victoria. So she talked about the premium starter kit. We're gonna share what all comes in that premium starter kit, because in all honesty, that's how we both started. It's really the best place to start getting essential oils in your home, because they have your staples like in your kitchen. You have your salt, pepper, and your butter. This kit Young Living designed to do that for your home, like, so for different arrays of health goals that you have: better sleep, better digestion, better skin, better immune system, better mood, all the things. So we're going to walk you through the oils that actually come in it. And it's actually, so Young Living has over 150 oils and blends, which is more than any other essential oil company out there. So the starter kit kind of is like the easy button. It's got 12 oils. It comes with the diffuser Victoria showed you. I don't have mine plugged in because I had to move locations, but this is the Desert Mist diffuser. It's actually my favorite one that you can choose with Young Living. But she's got it plugged in there, and it's like 8 or 9, or it's quite a few different color settings. My favorite is the Candlelight Flicker, and we'll kind of talk a little bit more about the diffuser in just a minute. But this comes with it, so that makes it even more of a better savings. And then it also comes with some other things in the back of the kit that are not essential oils that we'll talk about too. So well, I'll just go ahead and dive in. I'll show you the beautiful kit like this, and then let's see, it'll have like 10 on display in the front. So you have these here, and then there's stuff in the back, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the ones that come in here, and then I'm going to flip it over to Victoria, and she's going to share some testimonies on the oils too. So we'll start with lavender. Lavender is actually the Swiss Army knife of oils. So it kind of makes sense that it would be in this kit. This isn't like any other lavender I've ever smelled before. Like Victoria was talking about in the store, if you've ever smelled another essential oil or something labeled lavender, maybe synthetic candle or whatever, this is completely different. This smells like a plant. Like, this smells like something out in the field, a plant, not a made up lavender smell. So I think, and I know many have been super surprised on how different this lavender is compared to those things. Great for sleep. I mean, tons of testimonies on how well it helps people sleep at night. Putting some on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed, making you a little room spray, like a few drops of lavender with some table salt, and then filling the rest of the bottle up with some distilled water, and then spraying your pillow down before you go to bed. Epsom salt bath, I love. Winding down the end of the day. Myself and I have said at the beginning, I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. I already have like a jar of Epsom salt made up with a few drops of lavender, and I'll just dump that in their bath before they go to bed. That's one of my favorite little tips as a mom to kind of help your kiddos go to sleep. So those are my favorite ways to use lavender. And we're in summer-ish months now. So great for the sun. If you go out and you stay out too long in the sun, make your little lavender spray to kind of help soothe your skin, which you can add some peppermint to. So that's a good one to help soothe your skin. So many things you can really do with this bottle of lavender. And then frankincense. So this, I'm going to share a little testimony with you real quick. This is one of the oils that actually got me started using essential oils, this and tea tree. I told you at the very beginning, a friend of mine made me a face wash. I had some really bad issues going on with my skin on my face, and she made me a face wash with the frankincense and tea tree and some rose water, which is really good for your skin, by the way, and Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, and that was my face wash. And I used it for like a week and a half. And you're talking to someone who had tried like all the things over the counter, microdermabrasion, all the things, and legit, like, the face wash within a week and a half started making a difference. And yes, I did do some other lifestyle changes. I started drinking more water. I started watching the food I was eating, seeing those triggers there that were causing some of it too. But I do say that the face wash was a game changer, which then led me to be such a believer in essential oils after that. So frankincense is good for your skin. It helps with what Victoria said she does not have, which she does not have around her eyes. So it helps firm your skin on your face, because she uses frankincense. So she does not have any of that. And so it also helps with just clear, firm skin. Also great for sleep, and I like to talk about these two together because lavender and frankincense make a great combination in your diffuser before you go to bed. So like 2 to 3 drops of each are really nice. And then lemon is another oil that comes in here. It's actually in the Vitality oil bottle. She talked about the, we'll get that in just a minute, Addie. No, ma'am. Addie, please get back in there. Lemon Vitality, great in your water. Okay, Addie. I have a stainless steel glass here, so like Victoria said, you can add it to glass or stainless steel. Hold on, I have a kid on the table. Hold on 1 second.
So what I was talking about before, this is the Vitality label. So it's that white label. And so Nicole's going to tell you more why she loves lemon.
Yeah. So like Victoria was saying, it's a great one for detoxifying your body. It's a great one for appetite suppressants. So anyways, it's great to ingest, but you just want to make sure it's in a stainless steel or glass. And so it's just a great gentle detoxifier because we're exposed to free radicals, toxins in the foods that we eat, the air that we breathe. So it's great to making sure that we're cleansing our body of those things. So it's great to add to your water, and it gives it good flavor too. So I also like to diffuse lemon. It's a great one for like just making your air smell pure and fresh and clean. And we'll chat a little bit more about this later, but the Thieves Young Living, I said, is a whole wellness company, so we have an entire line of Thieves products. The Thieves All Purpose Cleaner is one that I highly suggest that you consider because it's the cleaner that replaces every single chemical cleaner in your home, and it's just simplified to one bottle, so no more like Windex or no more window cleaners and floor cleaners and table. You have one bottle, but I like to add a little bit of lemon to my Thieves cleaner to help like boost the benefits too. So and then peppermint is amazing. This isn't like a peppermint candy. This is like legit peppermint plant. It smells so good. 1 drop of Young Living's peppermint is equivalent to 26 cups of peppermint tea. So super potent. So again, all our oils, a little goes a long way because these are the real deal. These aren't diluted down. They're real essential oils. So a little is all you need. So like when Victoria was talking about making peppermint brownies, I generally put like 3 to 4, but you can always kind of teeter that to however much you want to taste the peppermint. But 3 to 4 drops of peppermint to like a batch of brownies makes some really awesome brownies. Again, vanilla ice cream downstairs. Okay, Addie. Okay, Addie. This is great, obviously, for ingesting because it's in the Vitality bottle, but I also like to diffuse the peppermint too. So lemon and peppermint and lavender are actually really good for seasonal things. So those are a great combination to diffuse as well. And I also like to, if I ever have any head discomfort or whatnot, I like to put a little bit of peppermint on my temples. Now it's a hotter oil, so kind of like your wintergreen, cloves, cinnamon, those are your hotter oils, so you're going to want to dilute those. And always before you put an oil on your skin, maybe test a small area too, just to make sure there's no sensitivity. And if there happens to be, you can always just dilute it with some coconut oil or avocado oil or something like that. But I like to put it on my temples. And if you do get some in your eyes, because lo and behold, I'll turn. And anyways, just you can dilute it with your eyes with some carrier oil or kind of tough it out. But anyways, great for joint, muscle, head discomfort. So, and then Digest, a little testimony about this one. This is a blend. So I know we talked about all the other ones that I just mentioned were like singles, but Digest is a blend of essential oils, and it's like oil's great for digestion. Kind of hence the name, but it's got ginger, tarragon, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, patchouli, things like that that are really good for your stomach. So I have so amazed, blown away, even 5 years into using oils, on how quickly and effectively Digest helps when I need it. If I've eaten something I shouldn't have, or if I know I'm going to like Sheely's barbecue, if you're from South Carolina, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you're going to eat a lot of food. So Digest always helps me there. and quickly too. I also will say a lot of people take Digest in. I'll show you. I need to get me some. Victoria's gonna need to get some vegetable capsules from Young Living, but your local health food store has them too. But the ones from Young Living are nice. They are super nice. But this is a vegetable capsule, and a lot of people. Sorry. A lot of people will put a few drops, like 1 to 2 drops in this capsule and take it daily to kind of help promote good gut health. And they've noticed quite a big difference in that. You can also, if you're not into taking it, because again, it is more of your rooty flavored oil. I love it because of how beneficial it is, but you can also rub some on your belly button. Your belly button is a great place to put essential oils too, because all those nerve endings right there are a great way to get into your body. So if you're having tummy issues, on your belly button is a great place to put it. Little not digestive way to use it too. I was told on one of our calls before it helps with seasonal issues as well. So I've added a little bit of Digest to some Epsom salt to my bath and to my girls' bath, and I've noticed such a huge difference there too. So, and it actually smells like a spa. It gives it a different aroma in some Epsom salt for some reason. So anyways, and then the next one I will share is Raven. Speaking of seasonal stuff and just mainly like respiratory support, this one is great for that. It's great for helping you breathe easier. This is a blend too, and it's a blend of, let's see, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. And again, this one smells like a spa, like an absolute spa. My friend Victoria shared with me about, like, so if you're needing, you know how they say a hot, steamy shower kind of helps open you up and you can breathe easier and helps, you know, you drain. The Raven, like, dashed along the shower wall is like, it amplifies that. So it's just a great, and it smells like a spa, and it just helps open you up. You can also, and I wish I had it, but a little container, you could get your little container and put like maybe a tablespoon of coconut oil in there, and then add about 4 to 5 drops of some Raven and make you a good chest rub, and do that before you go to bed. And then, you know, back in the day, they used to say you could put some Vicks on your feet, slap some socks on. You can do that with the Raven and coconut oil too to help you breathe better as well. And then diffusing Raven is super nice. Again, it's like a spa, so it's going to make your home smell. Thank you, Victoria. So Victoria's holding up a jar. So like a jar like that, and then add you some coconut oil. That way it's already made up for you and ready to go to use. And so you just label it, and that way you have it for next time too. But yeah, diffusing this as well, even if you're not, you know, feeling below the weather or whatnot, this is just a really good like aroma for your home. So it's one of mine that I've used, like, for, like, I used to use candles too, so I like the smell of this one. It just is a super nice fresh scent, inviting for like when friends come over and stuff. So okay, I'm going to pass it over to Victoria. She's going to share about a few more of the oils that come in the kit.
Oh, I love all of these. Seriously, y'all. And, you know, it's funny because I was like, those are my favorite that she got to tell about. And then I'm like, but these are my favorite. And that's because Young Living really took the time to put together some of the oils that are so useful for you and your family. They're all useful, but these, they call it the everyday oils. This is the premium starter kit because it has, you know, so much, and it can get you started like well on your way, on your journey, like your wellness journey and getting rid of toxins and things in your home. But the actual group of oils, the collection of oils themselves, are called the everyday oils. That's because we still use these 5.5, you know, 5 years later for Nicole. We still use these every day. We use some of these oils every day. So this one coming up is one of our most popular oils. It's exclusive to Young Living. If somebody else has it on there or says the name, it's not the same. So Young Living came up with this Thieves Blend. And sadly, I saw the other day that they're selling something on Amazon, and the label looks different. And so, you know, people try to knock this off because it's so good, okay? This one is our Thieves Vitality. So it's got a white label. Our other Thieves actually has a burgundy label. So we have a whole line of products that use Thieves, okay? And that's literally, I know Nicole already told you about the household cleaner. That is literally how we take care of our whole entire home, okay? So the Thieves household cleaner is concentrated. It comes, you know, once you're a member, you get 24% off. And so it comes in a bottle that's, I think, around $22, and you literally use a capful to make a whole 16-ounce jar of cleaner. So it is super concentrated, lasts forever. It cleans everything in your home, smells so good. You're getting that aromatic benefit, health benefit of the oils as well when you're using it, and you are not getting the smell of all those other chemicals. And so what's the benefit of Thieves itself, the Thieves blend? The reason why they call it Thieves is because during the Black Plague, there were literally spice traders that would rub themselves in spices and go around, unfortunately, robbing the dead, right? So, I mean, I can't imagine, what it was like during that time. So they went around and they would, after people had passed, they would rob them of their homes. They were thieves, but because they were spice traders and they rubbed themselves in this blend, they weren't getting sick. Okay, so this blend, obviously, number one use is for your immune system, but it also obviously cleans really well too. So there are a ton of products. You'll see another one at the end of this that we use. We also have toothpaste, mouthwash, which a lot of people love to use, not just to make your breath smell fresh. You got to think about that. It's helping your immune system. So during this time, people have been using it like crazy because, you swish it around and keep your mouth clean, and it, sort of, some of that I'm sure gets absorbed through, you can take medicines by dropping, stuff under your tongue, right? And letting it sit there for a while. So they would swish it out really good. And so it gets into your, into your system. So it's so good. Plus it smells like Christmas. It smells wonderful. And we love to use this in so many ways. We obviously take it internally. You can put it in capsules to support your wellness. When I tell you it smells good, let me tell you what's in it. It's got cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and lemon. So it just smells divine. And it helps support that healthy immunity when you take it internally, your overall wellness. And it's a really great oil to have during the winter months, but we've been using it all the time. Another one great to have in the winter months is RC. But this also, this is in our laundry detergent. We have Thieves laundry detergent. We have dishwashing powder, dishwashing liquid. So we have fruit and veggie soak and cleaner. So we have everything. So we love it. That's how we have personally gotten rid of so many, all of the chemicals in our home. And when you do that, you're going to see how much those chemicals were causing fatigue, headaches, along with a lot of other side effects and a lot of emotional issues, along with a lot of side effects that we don't see for many years down the road, and that some much more serious, linked to cancer and just all kind of diseases. And the more that I learn and grow in this and dig deeper, I wonder, even some diseases that we don't currently link to some of these things, that I wonder if they really play a role in it, because our bodies just get overloaded. And that's the really cool part, is your body doesn't get overloaded with all those outside chemicals, and it can do what it's meant to do. So that's what these oils and products help you do. It's just awesome. So you can also drink this in tea. We make a wellness tea where we drop the honey in the bottom of the cut of a mug and then drop some Thieves on top, a couple drops of Thieves. You can even drop some lemon in it and then pour your hot water in, and it's so good. It's a wellness tea that I'll drink all winter long. It just tastes so good. So we love Thieves, if you can't tell, for many reasons. Also the regular Thieves, not Thieves Vitality, we will make a roller bottle of it, and we just take a roller bottle and we fill it up with some drops of oil and fill it up with a carrier oil. And we rub this on our spines every night. And especially during the winter months before we leave, we'll rub these on our spine, on our feet. It just keeps up that immune system and gives it what it needs to stay supported. Now, onto another oil, Citrus Fresh. This one smells so bright, smells so good. There's really nothing like Citrus Fresh. It's a blend of orange, grapefruit, mandarin, tangerine, lemon, and spearmint. So spearmint sounds, but spearmint's one of the happiest, brightest things to diffuse. It just, and the small touch in this makes it taste totally different than any of our other citrus oils, and it's super yummy. One of my favorite ways to use this one is to take, when I have people over, is to take a pitcher, a glass pitcher, put a little bit of honey in the bottom and drop 5 to 6 drops of this in on the honey, because it helps disperse it throughout the water for the larger pitcher, and then put ice and water in it and just mix it up and serve it, in a glass in glasses for everyone, and we always have people who comment on it. They love it. So it's also cleansing out. It's doing good. It just smells bright. Spearmint, the spearmint in here is also, when I said it's really bright and it's one of our great things, it's a really big mood enhancer, in fact. So the regular oil, the regular blend of this, we love to diffuse it. And all the citrus oils help uplift the mood, and they'll also help with focus as well, just like peppermint does. So it's like lemon vitality, but with a sweetness from the other citrus oils and from the spearmint. It's just really refreshing, and it's packed with an antioxidant called D-limonene, which is just really good to support your body. You have to look that one up. So we love our Citrus Fresh in our house. And then you can diffuse it just if things are stinky and you just, want to make a bright smell. When it turns to spring, like it has been, for a while, and now coming into summer, we're diffusing all the citrus oils. We love it in our house. So this next blend is called Panaway. Now, this is what sold me on oils. So I've now done a lot of work with my hormones and realized that was what was causing a lot of my headaches, which, by the way, migraines. They were causing a lot of my migraines. So as I've gotten those regulated, but I'll do a little plug. We have a hormones class tonight that I can't wait for. I know so many people are excited about. But in this journey, I have been able to, in getting rid of chemicals in my house and doing a lot of other work, regulate my hormones. But I had really bad migraines, but it would also present as muscle tension in my neck and my shoulders. And this helped tremendously. So this is one where you really want to make sure you're using a carrier oil, because you only need 2, maybe 3 drops for your whole back. Or if you're working out and your legs are really sore, you want to rub it over your legs. It just really helps to soothe those muscles and make them feel so much better. You can, any area that's been overworked or after you work out, or if you sit all day, it's really great. So the reason why you want to use a carrier oil for this is because you want it to go over a larger area. It's got wintergreen, helichrysum, which is a great oil for healing, clove, and peppermint. And so it really just smells like kind of that icy hot, it smells really good though. And this one is great too, in Epsom salt in a bath. It's really wonderful. It's like a spa. It helps soothe those muscles. So if you've done like really heavy duty garden work all day or outside work, come in and put this in some Epsom salt and put it in your bath, and you'll be so glad you did. Your whole body will feel better the next day. When I know I've overworked it, that's what I do. And one of our last ones in the front of the kit, right? Because we've been working out in the front of the kit here, is Valor. I cannot speak enough for Valor. This is an emotions oil. This is a great one for your kids for emotions. For yourself, it has black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, geranium, and frankincense. So the more you learn about it, these black spruce, these conifer trees, they're really strong. They have really deep roots. So they are really have a lot of strength and are just grounded, was what we like to say. That's what Valor will help you do. And it gives emotional balance, and it also gives confidence to tackle really hard things. So for yourself, if you know that you've got something that you just really got a block on emotionally that you haven't wanted to deal with, or you're speaking at a big presentation and all this, something big like that, but even just for the everyday things that you need the confidences for. But this is why I love this oil for our kids, right? They are learning and taking in so much, and that of things that they don't necessarily have the capability for yet. And that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot for them to do a lot of the things that they do every day. And we don't always realize that. So we actually use Valor every day. This is the oil that also helps align and balance your heart, your head, and your heart and your body. And it also literally helps align your body. A lot of people, all oily people will use it before and after chiropractic adjustments. But as far as aligning, the emotions, that's why it's a great oil to put on first thing before you put on any other oils. So it's great. You can apply to your temples, the back of your neck. This is a great one to put a few drops in your hand and rub it and put it over your nose, and then just, rub it down your shoulders, and or put it in the diffuser. It smells really dreamy too. So now we're actually going to move to the back of the kit. And so I want to show you this. Now, when you open up and you get your kit, don't forget there's goodies up here. So there's all these oils listed out. It's going to tell you a lot of what we've told you. So some of the uses for each of the oils. So don't miss that right there. And it's got a little starter little booklet that comes in there as well. But then your oils are going to come out, and this actually can create a neat little stand. So you can leave your oils out, because I promise you they're not going to do you any good in your cabinet. So you want to take them out. Then there's this that you take out, and there's goodies in the back. So I'm going to talk about the last two oils in here. We have Stress Away, and this is a lot of people's favorite. A lot of people love to diffuse lavender and stress away that first night as well. So lavender and frankincense is an amazing choice. Lavender, frankincense, and stress away, or lavender and stress away. Really great choice. Or just go ahead and diffuse it during the day, depending on how your day's going. It's got a really nice smell. It's a blend of lime, vanilla, copaiba, and cedarwood. So a lot of people too, and I'll go ahead and show you this because it just goes really well with the Stress Away, but it's good for lots of oils, but is our little roller bottles, your roller tops fitments. You're going to get 2 of them in the back. Okay, so this is the lid for it, and this is the roller ball itself. So I'm going to show you how to use this. So you actually open your oil, because this is great for everyday stressors, like when you have to be out and about and traffic stressful, or shopping at the grocery store, whatnot. So I'm going to take this. This is the plastic dropper fitment, the reducer, what we call it. You want to just use your lid to pop that off. Okay, then you're going to use the lid of the roller fitment to put this on. So see how it sits, but it's not all the way on. There's a little gap right there. Don't try to shove it on. It's not going to work. So just take this, and when you go to close it, it's going to pop that in place. So it's completely fitted to it. And then you're ready to roll it on wherever you need it, and throw it in your purse. So it's so super easy to use. Then when you need to, you can keep your bottles when you're done with them, okay? Because you can refill them and add carrier oil and more oil. Maybe you want to split between a new bottle that you get and use your, roller fitments. We also sell these roller fitments in packs of 10 for super cheap. If they're back in stock, I think they are. So if you need to take this off, just use your lid again. You're going to put it on top, and you're going to use it to pop that roller fitment back off. So it's that easy. So just know that you need to use your lid to do that. So we love Stress Away in our house. My kids love to smell it. This is literally people who get their kits, and like 2 weeks later, they'll be like, Stress Away is my life. Don't ever take away my stress away. It's we had to order lavender first. That was the first thing we ran out of. For a lot of people, it's Stress Away. So really good. Another great one, a really good one for mamas, for kids, for everybody, is Peace and Calming. So Peace and Calming is the second oil that comes in the back there. It's a blend. It's got some beautiful oils in it, you guys. It's got ylang ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy. So it smells, it's just got a sweet, gentle, dreamy smell. It's really smells so good, and it's perfect for putting in the diffuser for the best sleep ever. So we love this one at night as well. I also like to split these into 2 bottles and put carrier oil, put a roller on top, and use it on my kids. And we'll put that on their feet, their big toe. The bottom of the big toe is correlated straight to the brain. So they'll climb in bed, we'll roll it on their big toe, and then do story time at night. And then by the end, they're really much calmer. And then we have to talk about, because, my son's to bounce around the room and everything. And I'm like, bedtime's for winding down. It's for having peace, time for calming down and slowing down. And we try to use those words and just use it as a time to restore and snuggle. And that's what really helps us. That's a great nighttime routine to remind them, there's a time for play, and this is the time we're going to wind down. Of course, that, it's not like magic. It doesn't just happen. They get to taught these things over the years, but Peace and Calming really helps them be able to get a better handle on that and be able to start to learn how to wind down to go to sleep. So we really love Peace and Calming. It's great for you for stress as well. We say we like these for kid and adult temper tantrums. It's just really just got to remember to grab it and put it on, instead of getting so caught up in the moment. Take a step back, give them something, give them valor, give them Peace and Calming to help have that tool to grab those big emotions and pull them down. And mama, grab it, put it on, give yourself a tool to grab those big emotions and kind of pull them down a little bit. So it's really great for settling down at the end of a long day. And so I'm going to let Nicole share some of the other things that come in the back.
I want to say too, I'm so thankful for my OLA community, because just like with Victoria, I don't know if she's speaking directly to me, which is fine, because I legit had, you know, as a mama, it can be hard some days, and so I don't mind me. I have all my as she was talking about them, I'm over here just huffing and applying them. Valor, Peace, and Calming. But seriously, it's important to have friends who make sure that you are reminded to use your oils when you need them. I just had a meltdown mama moment earlier, and I had to just remind myself, hey, and a friend, you know, in Victoria, and my sister-in-law who loves her oils, Nicole, have you used your oils today? The ones that you need. And so anyways, I'm thankful, because this isn't a journey you want to walk alone. This is something you want someone to help you do, because that's important. So someone can guide you to something that you may not have even thought to use before for different things. So anyways, I had to share that moment. Okay, so yes, other products that come in the back. So like she said, lots of goodies back here, and a few of them are Thieves products. And this isn't included, but I want to show you, because I do think this is such an important tool to have in your home. The Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner, legit, you just need a cap full. Fill that up to a 16-ounce spray bottle, and then you just fill the rest of it with distilled water, and that's literally what I use to clean my entire home, like legit. And there's other fun recipes that you can use to clean your windows, like add some vinegar, or like to have like a little scrub. You can do some baking soda and Thieves Cleaner, which our group does a great job at sharing all those things. So I love the Thieves Cleaner. I definitely think that should be something that you add on when you get your starter kit too. But the Thieves Spray comes in there, and that's a great thing to like spray down surfaces like your grocery carts, your doorknobs, your cell phone, your because don't forget to clean your cell phone. I've been doing that a lot lately, and so this is a great thing to do to clean your cell phone. Any surface that you touch, the bathroom, when you're out in public, what have you. So I like to put this in my purse on the go. And then another thing that on the go is the Thieves hand sanitizer, which is liquid gold, because for a while there in the Young Living world, it was out of stock for a long time, as you can imagine. Nothing was in the store, but guess what? This is better, in my opinion. I can't use the ones that as a nurse, we have the ones hanging on the walls. I can't even use those because they dry my skin out so bad. Like I legit have a nasty rash by the end of my shift. So I just have to stick to soap and water, and I keep this in my pocket, and I use this too. And the great thing about this, it is effective. It is cleaning your hands. It's 65% alcohol, but the alcohol, like Denate or alcohol agent in here, is the wintergreen. So it's not as drying as your other hand sanitizers are, and it's again still effective. It cleans 99.9% of germs, just not the drying and all that stuff. And it smells great. It's got the Thieves smell, so it's got your rosemary, cinnamon, eucalyptus, clove. So that's another great perk. I had a friend who legit bought a starter kit because this was out of stock, and it's legit like liquid gold, and she bought it just for the sanitizer. I'm like, it's the 1 ounce, right? She's like, yes, Nicole, I do know that. And she also got a great deal on all the other oils because I'll be honest, when you run out of these, the starter kit is such a great way to go because the oils in it are at such a great value. It's over $400 worth of product for $165. And we're talking oils like frankincense, real frankincense, Valor, Peace and Calming, Stress Away, which, that's worth its weight in gold. So, okay. And then one more thing, the Ningxia Red, which many of you may not know what this is, but it is something that when I first got my kit, kind of like left in the box until I started looking in our Facebook group and started learning more about it. And I was like, I am missing out because I need to pop this in the refrigerator and drink this every single day because it is that great for your body. So it's packed full of antioxidants, which we all know are great for helping us stay well, a slew of health benefits for your eyes, your respiratory system, your liver, all the things. But what makes this different than any other like advertised antioxidant drink out there, it actually has Ningxia wolfberries. And Ningxia wolfberries comes from the Ningxia province of China, and it's fed by the Yellow River. And the river is yellow because it's so nutrient dense, and it feeds that soil, and that's what makes the Ningxia wolfberry so high in antioxidants. If you look at the ORAC, the ORAC scale, it's the scale that ranks antioxidants, and it's higher than blueberries and pomegranates. So, Adeline, I hear you, honey. Higher than blueberries and pomegranates. So it's going to have much more health benefits than those even alone. And it's a slew of, so the amount of fruits and vegetables that make up just 1 to 2 ounces of this, I don't even like to call it a juice, it's a puree, are insane. So you can eat that much fruit and vegetables in a day to get the benefits that you get from just 1 to 2 ounces of this. So I like to say, you know, I do try to eat healthy and do those things every day, but I'll be honest, my diet is not perfect. So this fills in that puzzle piece. That's right. This fills in that that puzzle piece. So and also, even if you are eating healthy, this is just going to give your body that extra boost as well. So, and she kind of told you about the roll-on fitment tops that to put on the bottles. And really, this kit is like anything else. If you want to get fit, we can't just go to the gym. I would like to say, or we can't go to the gym once and expect to see results. We have to go and be consistent if we really want to see results. If we are wanting to see results in you know, our health with eating right, we can't just eat vegetables like 1 day out of the week and then expect like this miraculous thing to happen. So legit, like we have to be consistent with this. This is no different than those things. Using our oils has to be consistent if you want to see the benefits of the benefits from them. And so, and Victoria and I do something called Essential Rewards. So when you get your kit, the first thing you're going to want to do to put on your Essential Rewards order, which we'll talk about in just a minute, is the Ningxia Red Kit. And I already talked about the Thieves Cleaner. We replace so many things in our home, like air fresheners, dryer sheets, candles, household cleaners, with the things we can make oils with. All these products are infused with essential oils. The oils easily pay for themselves with all the things we replace in our home. Okay, Addie. And the one thing in addition to oils that I highly recommend, which I already told you about the Thieves Cleaner, sorry. That's what I was going to highly recommend, because those are the two like things in addition to this kit, the Thieves Cleaner and the Ningxia Red. Okay. So the first, I'm going to let Victoria share the good, better, and best ways to get or save with getting these oils in your home.
All right. Yes. And so you know, and Nicole and I both have different stories of when we decided to get on Essential Rewards. She really, like she shared with her face wash, she did not know about essential oils, anything. She got given this face wash because her friend, you know, it's both this same friend that helped us, Leslie, said, well, I've got something for you to try. And she made this for her. So Nicole had not been looking for essential oils. So she didn't get started with Essential Rewards right away. In my case, I told you, I was kind of slowly. I'd replaced cleaner for I was making natural cleaner. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. And I was doing some other things. So I had made some steps. So I knew I wanted to get started with essential oils, and I had to figure out which company. And then once I found the company, I wanted to find a local friend. That's just kind of how I wanted to do it. So I got started with Essential Rewards day one, and you can actually count your kit as your Essential Rewards order. And I love to recommend people do that, because you have 30 days to decide if you really want to do it or not, or if you have something, because it is totally optional. It really, really is. But it is the way that we really recommend, just because a lot of people will, sort of spot use these oils, just use them once a week, maybe for try. And I say, you're just really not going to see the benefit that way. You're really going to see the benefit when you start to clear your house of the toxic chemicals and, let your body has to process those out. So some people will think they have a reaction to oils when it's really just their body detoxing from all those chemicals. And sometimes that can take a little while. So we really recommend that you use these oils consistently and use things, kind of replace the things in your home and do that consistently for at least 30 days before you kind of make a decision. But the first way to get started with Young Living, and some of you have already done this, so we'll say, it's a really good way, is to get yourself a starter kit. And like Nicole's already done a great job of telling you what a savings it is. So it's over $400. And so the kit really is a 60% savings in retail. And then it also makes you a member of Young Living, which means that everything you buy from there on out, you get 24% off. And so, and you only have to spend 50, what we call product value, within a calendar year to keep that membership up. They just want, they're just like, well, if you're not going to use it and you haven't bought anything in a year, then your account goes inactive. You just have to make another purchase of 50 PV to reactivate that account if your account has gone inactive. So it's not too big of a deal. But that is a really good way. Now, the better way would be to add on the Ningxia and the Thieves Cleaner, which Nicole told you, by setting up Essential Rewards. So this is the way that you're going to see the most benefit. And I'm going to tell you the really cool part. There's two really cool parts. First off, when you order on Essential Rewards, you get 10, it still blows me away, 10 to 25% back on all Essential Rewards orders. Now, you can only make one Essential Rewards order a month, but if you count the kit as your Essential Rewards order, it's 160, but it's 100 PV, you get $10 back automatically in points to spend. So that's why I'm like, do that. It's a no-brainer. So for months, Nicole always does a better job of this. So months 0 to 3, you get 10% back. Months 4 to 23, so up to 2 years, you jump to 20% back. And then after 2 years, you get 25% back. 25, y'all. And Nicole always loves to say, she does a great job of this, that Target, if you get a Target card, even their debit card, you get 5% back. And most people go gog over that because that's a lot. Places don't give you percentages back like that. We start off with 10%. After 3 short months on Essential Rewards, you get 20% back. Then you get 25% every day forever. For 5.5 years, I now get 25% back, and I just get to go spend it on whatever I want. So we do what we call transfer buying. I don't go to Target very much anymore. I get my cleaner, my toothpaste, my shampoo, my conditioner, my makeup, my dishwashing powder. I get everything, and I don't have to label read anymore. I don't have to worry, because unfortunately we are experiencing something called greenwashing, where the market said, ooh, those people are really liking that green stuff. Let me say mine's green. And there's a lot of laws that do not keep you safe, and allow the companies to be much safer than what you are, and allow them to say a lot of what looks natural and it's not at all, not even close. Or it may be somewhat tending towards and have a few natural ingredients and some really bad ingredients that totally negate that out. So I love that I don't have to label read anymore, and I can rack up free points. And I told you there was 2 really good parts to Essential Rewards. We give free stuff. Legitimate free stuff. So at 100 points on Essential Rewards, you always get a free oil. So right now, Nicole, I don't know if you can say what it is. I don't have it on my mind this month because we just switched over.
It's citronella.
Citronella. It's a 15 ml citronella too. Y'all, at 100 PV. So if you bought your kit and you counted it as your Essential Rewards order, you get a free citronella. And then it goes to 190 and then 250 and 300. So we just buy what we would buy at, Walmart and Target. And we even have things like cereal. We have bar soap. We have spaghetti. We have all kind of stuff that we get. And so I get those free oils every single month. I get up to usually about 5 free things. It's oils and products. So we get all kind of free stuff. So that is the better way to get started. And that way, you are ready to keep that stuff out of your house. The best way is to do also what we're doing and share it with your friends. Because for one, it's like when you do sign up for that gym, or, saying you're going to eat more vegetables every week, it's really good to have an accountability partner. And so what's really, really great is to get your family started on this, and then you have somebody to do it with. And if you give them your member number, which you already have, the second that you enroll, you have a member number, and all they have to do is enter your member number when they order, and you get a $50 thank you check if you're ordering. So it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. Nicole and I are both and we have an amazing, group that where we share and help you do that. We do classes because our true goal is our true deep passion is to help other people experience what we've experienced, how much better we feel, how we take care of our families. And we like to make that easy for you. And it's just really fun when you help the people around you. It's beyond anything. And the community of people that I have come to know and become really, really good friends with, it's unlike anything else. And we do it with everything else, right? We share our favorite Starbucks drink. We tell people about, the pants that we're wearing or whatever. We tell them about those things, the homeschool curriculum we're using, all of that stuff. So tell them about something that's helping you and your family so much. And they get to come along and you get to help them and you get to make money. So it's really fun. And we are so honoring of you trusting us, because it's not just us that you get. It's not just the kit. It's us. Don't get rid of us now, right? And there is education every month, all month long. And don't ever think, so I texted my sweet cousin, I'm not kidding, my sweet cousin last night was like, I'm so sorry I missed a class. I said, oh no. Like this, we only tell you about it so that you can know. There's a ton of information coming into your life, right? And so we like to make sure that you just know, so you have that option to come. But we also work really hard and we love to provide you with this education. We love for you to be really active and ask questions, and we usually provide you with reference books and resources and all kind of good stuff. So we want you to know that's there on top of a group that has been there for 6 years with well over 1,000 members who have all shared their testimonies. And you can search that group and answer a lot of the questions you have. You can also ask questions in there. And when it's on social media and things like that, we have to be compliant, meaning we have to talk about staying well. We can't really ask about disease things, but there's so many reference books to help you with anything that you need. So I'm going to let Nicole close it out, but I wanted to say we are very grateful. We love to provide for you, but we're also grateful that you chose us to help you. It really means a lot to us, and we try very hard not to take that lightly. So we really love to help you on this journey.
Yes, I second everything she just said. We're so thankful that you even took the time out of your day to learn more about these oils. I do want to tag on to something on Essential Rewards, though, because this is one more tidbit that makes it so awesome. Every 3 months, I don't think you said this, that every 3 months you get every 3 months you get a free oil that first year too. So hello, it's just so much free stuff. And again, like she said, like it legit is the best way to baby step out weeding toxins in your home. It's how I've gotten a majority of my essential oils for free. I don't know if you can see my oil rack back there, but I keep this in the kitchen because it's where I am most of the time, and I keep my oils in my path, and I plug it in here. But all those oils, like 90% of them, I got free on Essential Rewards. So it's just been such a great thing. But yeah, at the end of that first year, you get an oil called Loyalty, and it's only exclusive to Essential Rewards members, and it's a phenomenal oil, and you get that every year that you're on ER. So I just wanted to add that part too. And so the diffuser, so you get to choose. So in the starter kit, you obviously get all those awesome oils and those things in the kit, but you also get a diffuser. So you get 12 oils, and the diffuser option is the Desert Mist. You got a choice between an Aria, which is the glass dome diffuser, super nice. There's also a I'm blanking here, Dewdrop. It's a Dewdrop. And so all those options are awesome. I mean, you're getting a free diffuser essentially, whichever one you choose. The Aria is a little bit on the higher, like it's $260 for that one, but the Dewdrop and the Desert Mist is the $165 option with those oils. So again, you can't go wrong. And these are real, like, medical grade plastic diffusers. They don't emit plastic in the air when you add your essential oils, because you have to be, careful about that too. But they're great quality. They have a 1-year warranty. If something were to happen, you call customer service, they'll walk you through, troubleshoot it. And if you need a new diffuser, if something is legit, wrong with that diffuser, they will send you another one. So great company. This is a great online company. I will say great customer service as far as that goes too. So So yeah, that's a lot of awesomeness that comes in the starter kit. And again, it's how Victoria and I both started using essential oils. And I tell you, the only regret that I have is not getting started with them any sooner, because they have been such a game changer in our health. I can tell you, my husband is even like such a oil advocate too, because of how much that he's noticed that it's changed our life, weeding out the chemicals and toxins in our home too. So I'm going to open it up for questions. If anyone has any, you can just unmute yourself, or I don't think I've missed any in the chat box. I'm just kind of going to peruse.
So Nicole, any of those that I put in the diffuser, I have a pet in the home. Is all of those safe for those just to diffuse while he's in the home?
You have a dog?
A dog.
Okay. So, well, first of all, so a few things I want to share. Just as if with kids or ourselves, we would never shut an animal in a room where they couldn't get out of. And animals will not like tell you, but they will tell you if they're not a fan of the smell of something. But I will tell you, we have an entire pet line with oils and products that are safe to use. And with oils, tons of different testimonies in our group. I think you'll find two great ways of using essential oils with and around dogs.
Okay.
You know, things like that.
Just keep it in a big open room. Try not to put it in.
And I even know, I don't have one inside anymore, but I used to. And my dog used to love like lavender and things to help calming down, that kind of stuff. And I would diffuse in my home. Discover Life Science Publishing or discoverlsp.com has an entire pet reference book. If you have like, you know, more in depth on research and things of what oils and stuff you can look up. But cats are really the only thing that their livers detoxify, and their livers break down oils a little bit differently than dogs. But yeah, Young Living is a pet loving community. So wouldn't you agree, Victoria? I don't know if you want to add on anything there.
Yeah, no, that's what I would say the same. So with cat, the reason why we make that differentiation is most people don't use oils on their cat. Some people do. I can't speak to how you just have to be more careful. Lots of people use oils on their dogs. Lots, like when they get but that's the key. If that's not what you want to do, that's totally fine. But you just want to make sure they have a way out of the room, because they do smell them, and it does affect them. You just don't want them. And it doesn't even have to be a big room. I mean, my dog sleeps in my room with the door shut every night, and he's fine. But and I'll throw in an extra little testimony. My dog, one day I noticed like he wasn't eating, and that is not like him, right? And he was going outside, and something was wrong. I still to this day don't know what was wrong, but I said, you know what? I mean, he was sleeping all day. Like, he didn't have an upset stomach. We've had that before, but he just stopped kind of eating and was sleeping all day. And I said, you know what? He was sleeping in my kids' room. And so I went in, and the diffuser, I still left the door open, but I took my kids' diffuser and I used dye dust, which doesn't sound the best, but I did. And it was probably, 5-6 feet from him. The whole time he was napping. He woke up 3 hours later, ate his entire dinner, and was fine from there on out. I mean, this was something that was going on for like 3 or 4 days. And I was like, I have to take him to the vet. Like, I just kept watching him, not eating 3 or 4 days. Crazy for my dog. He's young and super healthy. So that's just a testimony too, right there of what works. But yeah, just make sure they can get up. That's all.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
I did have my Jack Russell. I think Marlena, you knew I had my Jack Russell, like how hyper she was. Like, I would use lavender and stress away, like just very little on her coat to kind of help with her, even, using, Victoria talked about diffusing, but I just used very little and even just rubbed some on her coat. Too. And I love our pet line. They have a pet shampoo that's infused with essential oils, good for their skin and things like that. So just FYI with that too. But but yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Marlena. Does anyone else have any questions?
I'm sure once I get my kid, I'll be texting you.
Yes, you're more than welcome to do that. And again, you're in the group, right? In the Essentially Whole Moms in my group.
I'm in the Ohlers Adventure. Oh, I think.
Are you in the? If not, we'll get you plugged in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a great resource. So you'll get to see an array of different perspectives than just myself too. So
Okay. And you say just a couple of drops and stuff that you use, like the diffuser, you would just drop a couple drops, 2 to 3 drops.
And
Okay.
that little this here that comes in the kit in that little folder part in the front, it kind of helps too. Like it'll tell you like what the oils are and like how much to use, like in the diffuser, that kind
Okay.
of. So
I'll need that. Yeah.
And a lot of people say less is more in the beginning. So just start lower. And my favorite tip for people would text me and say, what do you like? How does this going to smell and how much to use is take your bottles that we share diffuser recipes all the time and they're in that thing. So just test it out and you take the cap, the lids off and just hold it up to your nose. You don't have to hold it real close, but smell it and then say, oh, it says more drops of Valor than this is Joy. And so hold it closer and then what's less drops further away and just see how you like it and maybe bring it closer, try it out. That's a super easy way to just be sticking to your diffuser, what you might like. So together, oh, that smells funny, takes one thing away. If it's like 3 oils, I've done that before and, hold them together and try it. And that's an easy way just to see if you think you might like it. Because it's hard for us to say because everybody's different.
Right.
Okay. Any other questions?
All righty. What'd you say, Victoria? Oh, you asked me questions.
Anybody else have any questions? Thank y'all. I'll let Nicole finish out. I just want to say thank you again for spending your time with us this afternoon.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys. And again, we are here to help with any questions that you have. Again, like she said, you're stuck with walk this journey with you. So, all right. Well, we will end it out. This is recorded, so we can send it to you, and you can look at it further too. So, y'all have a great day. Bye.
Y'all too. Bye.